Hello everybody, welcome to Donington Park. It's Friday and there's no testing. We were testing here yesterday, but it does give us an opportunity to take a look at the grid ahead of round 4. 38 cars with us this weekend. That's a few less than Silverstone, but 2 more than the full season number. You just had a look at car 63, of course, SRO Motorsports Lamborghini. That car has come direct from Prologue at Spa, and before that it was also at Mazzano. So a busy week for, well, 2 weeks for Barwell. They arrived at 7 a.m. yesterday. Ricky and Rob doing very well in the overall championship. They're second following Silverstone. You're looking at car 78. That car was leading after Oulton Park, but had an accident at Silverstone. No success penalty though for Sandy Mitchell and Alex Martin. Sandy set fastest lap in the race and in qualifying, and won here at the Donington Decider last year. So that car is going to be well in contention. On to Mahiki, and a nice opportunity to see both of the 2 new Lotus Emiras, and they went very well at Silverstone. Fastest lap for Nathan Harrison in the 69, and a podium for this car, Geordie Much and Ian Duggan. Gordy was also fastest overall individually in qualifying on the Saturday, but they do have the 10-second success penalty on Sunday as a result. Garage 59 also had a very good time at Silverstone. First for the number 59 car of Smalley and Balfour. Sean Balfour was also a winner here at Donington last year, but he and Adam also have the full 20-second success penalty this time round. And so, well, 10 seconds for the car 77. That's, of course, Tilbrook and Clutton. They finished 4th overall, but get the 10 seconds because one of the cars that was ahead of them isn't a full season entry. Optimum are obviously doing a bit of pit stop practice, so we'll linger on Optimum. Why not? Because the 90 car of Jack Brown and Zach Meekin, of course, won the Silverstone 500 and a bang in championship contention again, but they have the full 20 seconds. And a car that might well have been on the podium at Silverstone until it had that accident with Barwell's Lamborghini is, of course, Mark Radcliffe and Tom Gamble. They've gone very well at the start of this season. I expect that car is going to be somewhere near the sharp end on Sunday. CWS is closed. We can't see their Ginetta, but we can see the RJN McLaren. This weekend features both Buncombe brothers. Simon Watts isn't able to join us. And Ram Racing, of course, they've got the BMW GT3, and we're looking at there the Mercedes GT4. Haven't seen the best of those guys yet. Next up for SETI, and well, what a start to life in British GT they've had. Mikey Porter, Jamie Day, they lead the championship, won at Oulton Park and second at Silverstone as well. As a result, they have plus 15 seconds on Sunday, but then so do their main championship rivals, 2.5 points ahead of the Optimum crew. Forseti's other new Aston Martin is also going very well indeed. Mark Warren and Will Orton are 4th overall in the championship and one of the leading Pro-Am contenders. They're a little way off the overall lead at the minute, but a good result this weekend in a 3-hour race that always favours the Pro-Am crews. They're going to be right up there. Tim Docker, Jordan Albert in the Stella Audi. Haven't seen the best of those guys yet this year. And on to Greystone's Mercedes of Mike Price and Callum McLeod. Lots of preparation going on down here, even though it is a Friday. There's no testing for us today, of course. And up to Blackthorn. 2 new Aston Martins for those guys, of course. They got them both at Silverstone, but again, still really waiting to see, especially what the likes of Johnny Adam and Giacomo Petrobelli can do with that new car. Right, what's next? There aren't many new talking points this weekend. We kind of covered them all in the first couple of races, but this is one of them. This is DTO Motorsport, and you might remember last year, these guys were running a McLaren for Josh Rowledge and Aston Miller, and they went very well indeed. They were title contenders here at the season finale. Well, they're back, and they're going to be running this Ginetta for Freddie Tomlinson and Stuart Middleton for the remainder of the season. Freddie and Stu, you might remember, with CMR at Silverstone. ABBA, of course, they finished 2nd overall at Silverstone, so they have the plus 15 seconds here, but they did win their only race outright here at Donington back in 2021. Here's the first of Race Lab's 2 McLarens, the GT4 version, of course. Callum Davies and Sai Sanjay. and the GT3 spec 720S Lucky Carer, and Ewan Hankey. Ewan, and yeah, it was Ewan, wasn't it? A couple of years ago, finished second overall here at Donington in a McLaren. Here's the two new Mustangs, thanks to Academy Motorsport. The 61 car is doing reasonably well in the championship, but we're still waiting to see what Marco Signoretti and reigning champion Eric Evans can do with that new car. They're sort of there or thereabouts. They've been very consistent so far, but still waiting for a top result. Of course, this is a great circuit for Eric. He won the GT4 championship with Academy here last year, and the previous generation Mustang has won in each of the last 3 years. A quick look there at the orange McLaren, but we'll go on. Both paddock McLarens. The inspiration for that colour scheme, incidentally, on the GT3 car came as a result of having to swap chassis here mid-event back in October. Century, sorry, it's all probably going to get very loud. You're looking there at the Cavers and Lewis Plato car, but here is both Dan Harper, reigning champion, and the second of Century's two BMWs. Of course, Dan was an absolute superstar here back in October. One of the best stints in British GT history to help him and Darren Leung win that championship. And we're on the other side of Century's garage now, the two GT4 versions of the M4. Just a couple more to have a look at, starting with Beechstein, of course, their new Vantage. Jessica Hawkins has kindly done driver's eye for us. Check that out on YouTube as well. And here, Charles Dawson and Seb Morris bang in GT4 overall title contention. As we said down there, the Pro-Am crews have a slight advantage in the 3-hour races because of the way the pit stops work out. They are going to be right in the hunt because they don't have a success penalty. And of course, at the top of the pit lane, 2 Cs. Both cars were right in contention at Silverstone, but really had poor luck with the final safety car, which sort of took them out of victory contention. We'll expect them both to go well on Sunday. That's it for the pit lane preview. A reminder that this weekend's race is 3 hours long. There are 3 pit stops, 4 stints in total, and a maximum of 100 minutes drive time, but no pit stop windows, so strategy is everything. There's no Sky Sports F1 coverage this weekend because it's the Monaco Grand Prix, but you can, of course, watch qualifying and the race live on SRO's GT World YouTube channel this Saturday and Sunday.